Good afternoon, my beautiful thinking people. Yeah, this is your host, Clyde Phillips, and I'm here to give you another look at full self-driving. So we're going to head off to my favorite lunch place, because it is Thursday, and we'll do some working on the way, and once I place my order, we'll go out and do a few more rides, okay? So let's see who's going to allow us to videotape these rides, and let's see how good of a job this does getting down to the spot, because the last time we had a little bit of a trouble at the Sherman Cut because it has scheduled closures, and for some reason it's not registered in the nav, and the signs weren't being read well enough to stop it from going and getting stuck at the barrier. Okay, well, we'll see how we do today. I haven't gotten any updates, so I'm not expecting much more in the way of major improvements, unless the car, using its inference, is able to help train itself. Navigate to Zeal Cultural Cuisine. And we're off. And
now turn left onto Tower Crest Drive.
Very light pair of glasses. Just took over to get away from all the traffic that was there trying to get in. I didn't want them to have to wait. And of course, you beautiful thinking people, you all saw that maneuver. Vehicles trying to get in, me trying to get out. It's kind of a decision as to whether or not any of those other people had their blinkers on to go around the first car, so I just felt more comfortable me taking that decision in my own hands. I don't know about you guys, but does it seem like it's a little more comfortable right now, the way it's driving? Oh, that's right. You're not actually here in the car with me. I'm sorry. But to me, it does feel like it's actually driving much nicer. Calmer, smoother. Nice distance from the curbs. Now, I can see that construction way up there. Looks like maybe the car is noticing it too, slowing down considerably. However, we are still... I'm just going to let it roll. See what happens. Because if I was sitting in a robo-taxi, would it make me feel anxious or calm? Yes, if I was driving, I would have smoked him and went around him. And that truck behind me, or wheelchair vehicle behind me, was nice enough to get in and block the spot for Tesla to be able to get out. So we're not going to see what it might have done on its own. Somebody having a Tim attack. Just to be honest, folks, for you south of the border and for those of us in Canada, I was never a fan of Tim Hortons, ever. I first of all, I was not a fan of going outside of my house to buy a coffee. And then the first time that I did go outside of my house and sit down in a Tim Hortons with somebody to have a coffee, I thought I was drinking tar water. Never, ever, ever did I like it or appreciate it. I've since become a more avid coffee drinker. Still can't deal with the taste of Tim Hortons coffee, even though it's a originally Canadian company. And the only reason I qualify that is because so many people cannot go half a day without their Tim Hortons coffee. And I'm thinking, wow, you know what? I could scrape up some tar from any road, mix it with some hot water, and you'd probably get pretty similar flavor. But again, I mean, I can't second guess them. I'm not a connoisseur. However, I'm sure a lot of you drink it and a lot of you would like to try it. Please do. I mean, I'm not against the business itself. However, I don't think it's any longer a Canadian company anyways. But here, see, I bring my own coffee. I make my own coffee at home, and this one's organic. And I'm not bragging because it's still a Keurig coffee. So it comes in those little cups, and God knows the process that goes into making the coffee, but trying to do my part, organic at least. And I'm sorry, folks, organic and nice flavor. Holy, it doesn't taste like charcoal. It doesn't taste like tar. It doesn't taste like chicory. I don't know if you folks remember when they tried to come up with that chicory that was supposed to be healthier for us. This just has a really nice, robust flavor, one that you cannot mistake in, but isn't bitter, it isn't harsh, it doesn't make you want to throw the contents of your mug away. That's pretty good. And I'm not doing an ad for them. As you notice, I have not given you the name of the coffee, World Java. Did I? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give that away. World Java. I think it's just a sneeze. Just a sneeze. World Java. You can get it at Costco. I mean, you can get a lot of things at Costco. Just putting that in there. Holy, I think that is my new favorite coffee. And because Costco loves to do that to me, they'll put something on the shelf that's really great. You'll buy it, you'll go home. It takes you a month to get rid of it because of everything they do is bulk. And then when you go back, they don't have it anymore. I think that's a dirty trick. I don't like it. So I'm gonna buy like 3 or 4 big boxes of this coffee just so I never run out. For a long while anyway. Sorry to flog a dead horse, but this is driving so much more calmly, so much more comfortably. Nice time to choose to get into the left lane. Come on, creep up. Good. Creep. Nicely done. You're in the intersection. You have to finish the turn. That was beautiful, folks. I don't expect that every time, but I can tell you that was really nice to behold. Okay, I see some cars up there. Either they are dumb like me and they're following the wrong route, or the access is open today.
200 meters, turn right onto Sherman Cutoff, then turn left to stay on Sherman Cutoff.
Yeah, it definitely wants to follow the normal route. This is pretty good. This is a little closer to the line than it's been stopping lately, or on the average. So I'm very happy with this positioning. Ooh, and I love the takeoff. It was not strenuous. It was not like we were in a rush and we were late for something. It was steady. You could feel the inertia, but not uncomfortably. That was... Let's hope we can duplicate that over and over again. Now, it had a hard time here last time because we're at a yield, and it's kind of like a traffic circle, but like that. See, it just thinks I'm in the circle, I can go, but it doesn't realize that everybody has. And these signals are very important. Oh, and I didn't give feedback. Okay, this is weird.
200 meters, turn
I'm like
left onto
right
Sherman
over onto the white line. And it was going slow.
Now turn right onto Sherman Access.
Very strange. That was good. But I don't like to ride that white line, so please don't do that again. I believe this is what's coming once they integrate Grok into our nav system. We're going to be able to say to Grok, that was uncomfortable. Please, can you stay a little bit further away from that line? And then hopefully it adjusts its driving ability so that it will accommodate your comfort levels. Okay. How do we handle this? Right over to the yellow line. Beautiful. Thank you. Very nicely done. Very, very, very nicely done. Most times, FSD and Tesla really shock me. Most times, and I mean like really shock me, and how great it performs. It is like magic. Now this is one where I take over sometimes as well, but I should realize that Tesla has 8 cameras and therefore can probably see the oncoming traffic way better than I can. I have to twist around and contort in my seat to see there. And again, it performed magnificently. I hope the roads aren't making you seasick. Now I'm hoping for the behavior when just before we're getting close to the traffic circle that we change over into the left lane. That would be optimal, and that's for somebody who obviously drives this area. Okay. You're watching. At the same time, I'm watching. It just did it. It would be really funny if it did say powered by Grok. Then it could be listening to your commands.
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
This is the proper lane to be in. No. Oh, look at that. It was thinking of going over and it realized last second that it's probably best to stay in this lane. And I can see that car parked up ahead. There would be no reason to go into that lane and then have to switch back over quickly. This isn't a high traffic area and it's not a high speed area. Nice and calm. So I'm going to imagine that it slowed down a little bit there because it saw the pedestrian on the other side of the street and was unsure if they were going to start making a move towards the street. Wasn't necessary, but it's probably, you would call it overcautious. I'd say just very cautious. And ahead of that guy, there's more parked cars. Hopefully, our new grokked FSD has noticed that car and that it is not moving. We shall see. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. You can't ask for more than that, folks. Come on. You know, even if it did start to go over and say, oh, I'm going to go back, that would be fine too. But the fact that it can see up ahead with that wide angle camera and the other one that's more narrowed, you would think that it would just say, let me anticipate and avoid issues up ahead. Like when you do your license, they always tell you to be looking like, 100 meters, 200 meters ahead of you so that you can see what's happening ahead and you can react to something probably before it's necessary. You can not have to strenuously react. Like if there was an accident up ahead, you would start to slow down way before the people who are coming up on it. Folks, I think Robo-Taxi is here. I'm sorry, but if I was sitting in the back right now, none of what has happened so far would have made me feel uncomfortable at all. Nothing would have even made me turn my head to see what was going on ahead of us, because it's done everything so smoothly, except for the top of the Sherman Cut access. It's not getting that right. It has to realize it's got a red yield sign in front of it. That means anybody else in that area should be given the right of way, but it seems to just say, oh, it's a roundabout, so I'm just going to enter the roundabout because it looks like there's a little bit of room, but not knowing which way those cars are going to turn would cause a massive accident. And unfortunately, I didn't get to report that back to Tesla. I'll do it again later on today just to make sure I can report it. Sorry folks, I stressed my lungs today. I did a real...
In 200 meters, turn left.
Good workout with a lot of lung exercise. Nice, signal came on perfect timing. I don't like when it delays the signal
Now turn
because other
left.
people turn right in there ahead of you. Like like they just squeeze in beside you and take the lane. Could be me that's trained the car to go this way, because I would have went down to the next entrance if I was just being a nice, normal, courteous driver, and turn left
Now your destination is on the left.
up where the A&W enter sign is. Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, I'm going to park right there. And let's start the sequence. I know there's a lot of people that don't use these features. And I'm okay with that. You know what? You don't want to use the features, don't use them. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. Because if anything happens, remember, you're still responsible for your car, regardless of whether it's in auto park or autopilot or FSD. Oh, great. Just when I get here, I should have turned it off a while ago. That's my bad. Well, I'm going to turn these off now, because I'm going to go make my order. Then I will come out and turn them back on. Okay. What am I going to order today? That's what I love about this place. I keep getting different stuff. And all of it is fantastic. All right, folks. That's that. Thanks for sharing the time with me. We got here absolutely beautifully, except for that little quirk up on the top of the Sherman Access. Otherwise, a flawless drive, comfortable, smooth, and perfect. So remember, hit the like button, share, become a member, subscribe. Make sure we're able to beat that algorithm, okay? And also, remember this about me, Tesla, FSD. We never give up. We never give in. But we always have an open mind, because that's how we gather our knowledge. And knowledge is the only power we really have. So we're going to keep on doing our research and gathering our knowledge. So do me a favor, folks. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay as happy as humanly possible. And remember, I love you all. Till next time, ciao for now.